What if I told you there exists a book so profound that its words have shaped the destinies of empires, inspired geniuses like Isaac Newton and Giordano Bruno, and laid the foundations for both occultism and modern science? A text whispered about in shadowy corners by alchemists, philosophers, and seekers of truth, a work said to hold the keys to humanity's greatest mysteries. Who are we? Where did we come from? And where are we going? This is no ordinary book. It is Corpus Hermeticum, a collection of sacred dialogues attributed to Hermes Trismegistus, a figure shrouded in myth, a being described as half-god, half-man, who walked among the earliest days of Egyptian civilization. For centuries, this enigmatic text has been both revered and hidden, passed down through secret scrolls and guarded by initiates who believed its wisdom was too powerful for the unprepared mind. Imagine a time when Alexandria stood as the beacon of human knowledge, a city where Greeks, Egyptians, Romans, Jews, and Persians exchanged ideas under the glow of the ancient world's greatest library. It was here, amidst the convergence of cultures and philosophies, that the Corpus Hermeticum first emerged. But what secrets lie within its pages? What truths about existence, consciousness, and the divine does it reveal? In this video, we will journey into the heart of Hermetic wisdom. We'll uncover the origins of this mysterious text, explore its teachings on the unity of all things, and delve into its radical assertion that the human soul carries the spark of divinity itself. You'll discover how these ancient principles can transform not only your understanding of the universe but also your very way of being. Prepare yourself for an exploration beyond the veil of ordinary perception. By the end of this journey, you may find yourself questioning everything you thought you knew, and perhaps awakening to a deeper reality hidden in plain sight. Are you ready to unlock the secrets of the Corpus Hermeticum? Let us begin. Few works in human history carry an aura of mystery as profound as the Corpus Hermeticum. It is not merely a book but a collection of sacred texts that, for centuries, were considered the keys to understanding the divine and existence itself. Its origins are shrouded in myth, existing in a nebulous zone between history and legend, a place where fact and fiction blur into something far greater than either alone. The Hermetic texts emerged during a pivotal period in human history, the 2nd and 3rd centuries CE, when Egypt stood at the crossroads of civilizations. This was a time when Alexandria, the intellectual capital of the ancient world, housed both the greatest lighthouse and the largest library of antiquity. Imagine a city teeming with scholars, mystics, and philosophers from every corner of the known world, Greeks, Egyptians, Romans, Jews, and Persians, all exchanging ideas under one sky. Science mingled with philosophy, religion intertwined with metaphysics, and out of this fertile ground sprang the Corpus Hermeticum. These writings claim to be revelations from Hermes Trismegistus himself, a figure who embodies the union of divine wisdom and mortal curiosity. He is described as the celestial messenger, the teacher of souls, and the guardian of secrets too profound for ordinary minds. Many believed he lived in the earliest days of Egyptian civilization, leaving behind teachings so powerful they could only be entrusted to the initiated. These teachings were said to have been inscribed on secret scrolls hidden within the temples of Egypt until they were translated into Greek and spread throughout the Hellenistic world. But what became of these texts? For centuries, Hermetic knowledge remained veiled, restricted to small circles of initiates. With the rise of Christianity in the Roman Empire, esoteric schools faced persecution. Libraries burned, temples crumbled, and wisdom was scattered like ash upon the winds of time. When the fabled Library of Alexandria fell victim to flames, much was lost, but not all. Fragments survived, preserved by sages who knew the world would one day awaken again to their significance. That day arrived in the 15th century, during the Renaissance, a cultural rebirth fueled by the rediscovery of forgotten truths. In 1460, a monk named Leonardo da Pistola journeyed to Constantinople at the behest of Cosimo de' Medici, a patron of art and philosophy. There, in a Byzantine library, he uncovered a treasure trove of manuscripts attributed to Hermes Trismegistus. Recognizing their immense value, he brought them back to Florence, where they ignited a revolution of thought. Cosimo de' Medici tasked Marsilio Ficino, one of the era's greatest intellectuals, with translating these texts. Remarkably, Ficino set aside his work on Plato to prioritize Hermes. Why such urgency? Because Renaissance scholars believed the Corpus Hermeticum contained the key to unlocking the mysteries of the universe. The impact was immediate. Alchemists, astronomers, and philosophers alike drew inspiration from its pages. Giordano Bruno, a fiery mystic of the Renaissance, based his cosmic vision on Hermetic principles, proclaiming the universe infinite and alive. Isaac Newton, often hailed as the father of modern science, studied alchemy and was deeply influenced by Hermetic thought. Yet, the true power of the Corpus Hermeticum lies not in its historical influence but in its timeless relevance. What makes it so special is how it bridges worlds, the seen and the unseen, the material and the spiritual. It speaks of a universe governed by hidden laws, where matter and mind are two sides of the same coin. It whispers of a path to enlightenment available to anyone willing to seek it. But why was this knowledge hidden for so long? Perhaps because humanity wasn't ready, or perhaps because some truths demand seekers worthy of their weight. As we delve deeper into the core teachings of the Corpus Hermeticum, prepare yourself to confront questions that challenge the very fabric of reality. What does it mean to live as a mortal god? How can the mind shape the world around us? And most importantly, how can these insights transform your life today? Let us now turn our attention to the heart of the matter, the profound concepts encoded within the Corpus Hermeticum. Are you ready to uncover the secrets of the universe according to Hermes Trismegistus? At the heart of the Corpus Hermeticum lies a vision so profound that it has echoed through millennia, shaping not only esoteric traditions but also the very fabric of how we understand reality. To truly grasp its teachings is to step into a cosmic dance, a harmonious interplay between the divine and the human, the material and the spiritual. But what exactly does Hermes Trismegistus reveal in these ancient dialogues? And how can we begin to make sense of concepts that seem, at first glance, both enigmatic and elusive? One of the most striking principles in the Corpus Hermeticum is the idea that everything in the universe is one. This is no mere philosophical abstraction, it is a living truth that permeates every aspect of existence. In the opening treatise, known as Poimandres, Hermes receives a revelation from a being of light who declares, "The all is one, and the one is all." Imagine for a moment standing on a mountaintop at dawn, gazing out over an endless horizon. The sun rises, painting the sky with hues of gold and crimson, while below, rivers carve their paths through valleys, forests sway gently in the breeze, and life stirs in countless forms. Now imagine realizing that all of this, the earth beneath your feet, the air filling your lungs, the thoughts racing through your mind, is part of a single, indivisible whole. This is the essence of Hermetic unity. But why does this matter? Because separation is the root of suffering. The illusion of disconnection, from ourselves, from others, from nature, and from the divine, keeps humanity trapped in cycles of fear, greed, and ignorance. Hermes teaches that the key to liberation lies in recognizing the interconnectedness of all things. He invites us to see beyond appearances, to perceive the hidden threads that bind the cosmos together. As above, so below, as within, so without. These words, often repeated in Hermetic circles, remind us that the macrocosm, the universe, mirrors the microcosm, the individual. What happens in the vast expanse of the stars reflects the inner workings of our own consciousness. Another cornerstone of Hermetic wisdom is the assertion that humans are divine beings, mortal gods, as Hermes poetically describes them. According to the text, the human soul carries a spark of the divine, a fragment of the eternal light that animates the cosmos. Yet, this divinity is obscured by the veil of material existence. Picture a diamond buried deep within layers of earth. Though its brilliance remains intact, it cannot shine until it is unearthed and polished. Similarly, the human soul becomes entangled in the illusions of the physical world, forgetting its true nature. Hermes calls this state forgetfulness or ignorance. Awakening, therefore, is not about becoming something new but remembering what has always been true. How do we awaken? Through self-knowledge, the gateway to enlightenment. Hermes emphasizes that understanding the universe begins with understanding oneself. This process requires honesty, courage, and introspection. It demands that we confront the shadows within us, the fears, desires, and attachments that cloud our perception. Think of it as diving into the depths of an ocean. At first, the surface waters may appear calm and inviting, but as you descend, you encounter currents, darkness, and unknown creatures. Only by navigating these challenges can you reach the luminous treasures hidden below. Self-knowledge works much the same way. By exploring the recesses of our minds and hearts, we uncover the divine essence that resides within. Yet, self-knowledge alone is insufficient. Hermes teaches that the seeker must also cultivate mastery over their lower passions. This doesn't mean rejecting earthly pleasures or denying the body's needs. Rather, it involves learning to transcend attachment, to live in the world without being enslaved by it. Consider the image of a still lake reflecting the moonlight. If the water is disturbed by wind or ripples, the reflection becomes distorted. Likewise, when the mind is agitated by unchecked emotions and desires, it loses clarity. The goal is serenity, a tranquil mind that serves as a mirror for divine truth. As we peel back the layers of Hermetic wisdom, we begin to see that these teachings are not just abstract philosophy, they offer practical tools for transformation. By embracing the principles of unity, self-knowledge, and detachment, we can start to align ourselves with the deeper rhythms of the cosmos. But the journey doesn't end here. There are even more profound insights waiting to be uncovered, including the power of thought, the nature of rebirth, and the ultimate purpose of human existence. Are you ready to delve deeper into the mysteries of the Corpus Hermeticum? The deeper we venture into the Corpus Hermeticum, the more its teachings reveal themselves as a labyrinth of hidden meanings, paradoxes, and profound truths. This is no ordinary text. It is a living oracle that speaks to the soul in layers, each revelation unfolding only when the seeker is ready to receive it. As we continue our exploration, let us delve into some of the most advanced concepts encoded within these sacred dialogues, concepts that challenge conventional thinking and invite us to see reality through an entirely new lens. One of the most enigmatic principles found in the Corpus Hermeticum is the idea of spiritual rebirth. Hermes Trismegistus does not merely describe enlightenment as an intellectual awakening but as a complete transformation, a death and resurrection of the self. In one of his dialogues, he declares, "O child, when you understand that you yourself are light and life, then you will enter the path of immortality." These words carry immense weight, for they suggest that enlightenment is not about acquiring something external but about rediscovering what has always been intrinsic to your being. This process of rebirth begins with the dissolution of false identities, the masks we wear to navigate the material world. The ego, with its endless cravings and fears, must be transcended. But this is no easy task. Many spiritual traditions warn of the dangers of becoming attached to the very practices meant to liberate us. Hermes himself cautions against falling into the trap of spiritual pride, the belief that one has arrived while still ensnared by illusions. True rebirth demands humility, surrender, and an unwavering commitment to truth. It requires the seeker to shed not just their attachments but also their assumptions about who they are and what the universe is. Another cornerstone of Hermetic wisdom is the principle of mentalism, often summarized as the all is mind. According to Hermes, the universe itself is a mental construct, an emanation of the divine mind. What does this mean for us? Simply put, our thoughts shape our reality. Modern science echoes this ancient teaching in surprising ways. Quantum physics, for instance, reveals that observation influences outcomes at the subatomic level. The act of perceiving alters the perceived, a concept eerily reminiscent of Hermetic thought. But here lies the paradox: if the universe is mental, why do so many people feel powerless to change their circumstances? Hermes offers insight into this conundrum. He teaches that most humans live in a state of unconsciousness, trapped in cycles of habitual thinking and reactive behavior. Their minds are like turbulent seas, unable to reflect the light of divine truth. To transform reality, one must first transform the mind. This is why contemplation, meditation, and introspection are central to the Hermetic path. By quieting the chaos within, the seeker creates space for higher awareness to emerge. Yet another profound teaching of the Corpus Hermeticum is the concept of correspondence, encapsulated in the phrase, as above, so below, as within, so without. At first glance, this may seem like a poetic metaphor, but it carries deep implications. Consider the fractal patterns found in nature: snowflakes, seashells, galaxies, all bearing striking similarities despite existing on vastly different scales. These patterns mirror the Hermetic principle that the microcosm reflects the macrocosm. What happens in the heavens resonates in the human heart, and vice versa. This principle extends beyond the physical realm. Our inner states, our thoughts, emotions, and beliefs, manifest outwardly in our lives. If the mind is clouded by negativity, fear, or doubt, it projects these energies into the world, creating corresponding experiences. Conversely, cultivating clarity, love, and purpose aligns us with higher frequencies of existence. This is why Hermes emphasizes purity of thought and integrity of character as prerequisites for spiritual growth. However, myths and misconceptions abound regarding the Corpus Hermeticum. Some view it as purely alchemical, associating it solely with the transmutation of base metals into gold. While alchemy indeed draws heavily from Hermetic principles, reducing the text to mere chemistry misses its essence. Alchemy, in its truest form, is a metaphor for personal transformation. The gold being sought is not material wealth but spiritual enlightenment. Others dismiss the Corpus Hermeticum as outdated mysticism incompatible with modern science. Yet, as we've seen, its insights resonate deeply with contemporary discoveries in fields like quantum mechanics and psychology. A lesser-known fact about the Corpus Hermeticum is its emphasis on the interconnectedness of all life. Hermes teaches that every action ripples across the web of existence. Harm done to another harms oneself, while acts of kindness elevate both giver and receiver. This principle aligns closely with the Eastern concept of karma and underscores the ethical dimension of Hermetic practice. Enlightenment, according to Hermes, is not a solitary pursuit but a harmonious alignment with the greater whole. As we reflect on these teachings, it becomes clear that the Corpus Hermeticum is far more than a relic of antiquity. Its wisdom remains vibrantly alive, offering timeless guidance for navigating the complexities of existence. But how can we apply these insights in practical ways? How can the principles of unity, mentalism, and correspondence transform our daily lives? Let us now turn our attention to the real-world applications of Hermetic wisdom, and discover how you can begin walking the path illuminated by Hermes Trismegistus. The teachings of the Corpus Hermeticum are not confined to ancient scrolls or philosophical musings. They are living principles that can be applied to transform your daily life, elevate your consciousness, and align you with the deeper rhythms of existence. Hermes Trismegistus did not merely offer abstract wisdom, he provided a practical blueprint for awakening. Let us now explore how these timeless insights can become tools for personal growth, spiritual evolution, and even tangible success in the modern world. 1. Self-knowledge as a daily practice. One of the foundational teachings of the Corpus Hermeticum is the importance of self-knowledge. To know thyself is not just an intellectual exercise but a profound journey into the depths of your being. Begin by setting aside time each day for introspection. This could take the form of journaling, meditation, or simply sitting quietly with your thoughts. Ask yourself, who am I beyond my roles, titles, and desires? What patterns govern my behavior, and where do they stem from? For example, try this simple exercise inspired by Hermetic principles. At the end of each day, write down 3 recurring thoughts or emotions you experienced. Reflect on whether these were aligned with your higher purpose or if they stemmed from fear, attachment, or societal conditioning. Over time, this practice will help you identify and release limiting beliefs, allowing your true essence to shine through. 2. Harnessing the power of thought. Hermes teaches that the universe is mental, the all is mind. Your thoughts shape your reality, and learning to master your mind is key to manifesting your desires. Start by observing your inner dialogue. Are your thoughts empowering or disempowering? Do they reflect abundance and possibility, or scarcity and limitation? A powerful technique rooted in Hermetic thought is visualization. Close your eyes and vividly imagine the outcome you wish to create, whether it's a healthier body, a fulfilling career, or harmonious relationships. Feel the emotions associated with achieving this goal as though it has already happened. By doing so, you align your consciousness with the vibrational frequency of what you seek, making it more likely to materialize. Remember, the universe responds not just to what you think but to how you feel about it. 3. Living according to divine principles. Hermes emphasizes purity of thought, integrity of character, and detachment from worldly illusions. These principles can guide your actions in everyday life. For instance, before making a decision, whether big or small, pause and ask yourself, is this choice in alignment with my highest good and the well-being of others? Does it honor the interconnectedness of all life? To cultivate detachment, practice gratitude. Instead of clinging to outcomes, focus on appreciating what you already have. Gratitude shifts your perspective from lack to abundance, helping you release the grip of ego-driven desires. Try starting your day by listing 3 things you're grateful for. Over time, this habit will rewire your brain to see opportunities rather than obstacles. 4. Embracing spiritual rebirth. Spiritual rebirth, as described in the Corpus Hermeticum, involves shedding old identities and embracing a new way of being. While this process may sound daunting, it begins with small, consistent steps. Identify areas of your life where you feel stuck or stagnant, perhaps in relationships, career, or personal growth, and commit to letting go of what no longer serves you. Consider creating a symbolic ritual to mark this transition. Write down habits, fears, or limiting beliefs you wish to release on a piece of paper, then burn it safely as a gesture of surrender. As the smoke rises, envision yourself stepping into a brighter, freer version of yourself. This act of intention reinforces your commitment to transformation. 5. Applying the principle of correspondence. The Hermetic axiom, as above, so below, as within, so without, reminds us that our external circumstances mirror our internal state. If you want to change your outer world, start by transforming your inner world. For example, if you seek financial abundance, examine your relationship with money. Do you harbor feelings of guilt or unworthiness around wealth? Healing these internal blocks can open doors to external prosperity. You can also apply this principle creatively. Spend time in nature and observe its patterns, the symmetry of leaves, the flow of rivers, the cycles of the moon. These natural rhythms echo the universal laws encoded in the Corpus Hermeticum. By aligning your actions with these rhythms, you tap into the greater intelligence of the cosmos. Overcoming obstacles on the path. As you embark on this journey, expect challenges. The ego often resists change, and old habits may resurface. When this happens, return to the core teaching of Hermes. Remember who you truly are, a spark of divine light capable of shaping your reality. Surround yourself with supportive communities or mentors who share your vision, and draw inspiration from the lives of those who walked this path before you, such as Giordano Bruno and Isaac Newton. By integrating these practices into your life, you'll begin to experience profound shifts, not only in your mindset but also in your relationships, health, and overall sense of fulfillment. The Corpus Hermeticum offers a roadmap to enlightenment, but the destination is reached one step at a time. Are you ready to take the next step toward becoming the master of your own destiny? As we draw this journey to a close, let us pause and reflect on the profound insights revealed by the Corpus Hermeticum. This ancient text is not merely a relic of the past, it is a living oracle that continues to illuminate the path of seekers across time. At its core, the Corpus Hermeticum teaches us that the answers to humanity's greatest questions, who are we? Where did we come from? Where are we going, are not found in distant stars or hidden libraries but within ourselves. We are both the question and the answer, the seeker and the sought. The unity of all things, the divinity of the human soul, the power of thought, and the necessity of self-knowledge, these teachings transcend eras and cultures, resonating as deeply today as they did centuries ago. They remind us that we are not passive observers in the universe but active participants, co-creators of our reality. The principles of correspondence, as above, so below, and mentalism, the all is mind, challenge us to see beyond appearances, to recognize the interconnectedness of existence, and to take responsibility for the worlds we shape with our thoughts and actions. Yet, the wisdom of Hermes Trismegistus is not meant to be passively admired, it demands application. It calls upon us to live consciously, to align our lives with divine principles, and to walk the path of spiritual rebirth. Whether through meditation, introspection, or the cultivation of virtue, the tools offered by the Corpus Hermeticum provide a roadmap for transformation. And while the journey may be arduous, requiring courage and humility, the reward is nothing less than the realization of our true nature, immortal beings of light, capable of shaping the cosmos with our awakened minds. But perhaps the most enduring legacy of the Corpus Hermeticum lies in its invitation, an open-ended call to explore, to question, and to seek. It does not offer dogma or final answers but instead ignites a spark of curiosity that fuels the eternal quest for truth. As Hermes himself might ask, if you hold the keys to the mysteries of the universe within you, will you dare to unlock them? Your engagement with these teachings matters, not just for your own growth but for the collective awakening of humanity. If this exploration has resonated with you, I urge you to take the next step. Share this video with others who might benefit from its message, leave your reflections in the comments below, and join the conversation. How have the teachings of Hermes Trismegistus impacted your understanding of yourself and the world? Together, let us continue this journey of discovery and spiritual awakening. Thank you for walking this path with me. Until next time, remember, the light you seek is already within you. Will you choose to shine it?